We have faith that Magic Hat will deliver us another delicious beer. Hey guys, welcome to Cirrhosis Safari.
An uneducated perspective on beer reviews.
I'm Jake.
I'm Zach.
This is Blind Faith.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Terrible name beer.
Oh yeah, it's so bad.
Magic Hat, bad with the names.
Yeah.
One thing, Circus Boy, not a good name.
No.
Blind Faith, not a good name. Heart of Darkness, a
Oh.
name that we literally forgot multiple times within the video.
Yeah, but it fits the beer better than the others did.
True.
That-
Well, I mean, we don't know about this yet.
That's true. That's
We
true.
don't know. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you've had this beer before?
No, never had this beer.
I haven't had this beer before either. I've had a lot of Magic Hat.
Yeah.
I've been very happy with Magic Hat.
Fairly recently too.
Yeah.
And I've never been disappointed.
Yeah, they've always lived up to the hype, which
Yep.
is not a lot of hype to be fair.
No.
But they've always lived up to expectations.
Never heard of them before this point, so.
This is true.
Yeah. Okay.
So you ready to hop on into the beer education?
Beer education time.
Perfect. All right, so this is Blind Faith. It is 6.2% alcohol by volume and an IBU rating of 50, which is only 3 more than the pills, I believe, from yesterday.
Yes. Yeah.
Which was amazingly low. So I'm excited to see what the 50 is going to look like in an IPA. That's usually very bitter. So this is an IPA, of
Okay.
course. So IPA, this is the tagline for this beer, or one of them. There's like 8 different taglines. So one of these taglines, the first one is that this is the ale of enlightenment, right?
Oh my.
And then the second tagline is it is created to aid in deciphering puzzles along life's road and to interpret signs in voyages of the spirit.
Oh shit.
So we're getting woo with this beer.
Oh yeah.
So the third tagline is a whole complicated explanation of the flavors. That's not really important. But what it really comes out to is Magic Hat is claiming that this is an extremely well-balanced IPA. Which I felt like necessary worth including because that's a big claim to make.
Oh yeah.
Extremely well-balanced IPA.
It's hard to do.
It's not only hard to do, that's kind of the whole point of IPAs.
Yeah.
So this is essentially saying it's an extremely good IPA.
Uh-huh.
So
Which,
that's an interesting claim.
we've had people claim that before, and
Kind of fall short.
yeah.
So just having that in our heads to know it. But that is the end of the beer education. That's about it.
Yeah.
And
Short
it's
one
Magic
today.
Hat. Yeah, Magic Hat doesn't have a lot.
No, they're
on them.
brief and to the point, but that's
They're
okay.
very brief and
That's
to the point.
okay.
You ready to look at these bottles?
Let's look at these bottles.
Let's look at them.
First thing that stands out to me is it's a dark label, dark design, all blues or dark blues, blacks, little bit of green here and there, but you flip it over and you see like a bright orange section of text and it bugs it. Oh, I don't like it at all.
Yeah, it is kind of.
It's ugly.
It doesn't really fit. Also, to be honest, the fact that they trademarked Blind Faith within that paragraph is gross
Yeah.
to me. I hate trademark logos in places they're clearly not needed.
No, thank you on that.
Not a fan. Seems like there's a Turkish flag on the back too, which is a little bit weird.
And I hate to shit on Magic Hat, but every one that we've drank so far, all of their bottles, I don't know if their adhesive they use doesn't hold up to the condensation very well, but it always pulls up in some corner.
Yeah, they are always peeling
I
off.
don't think we've ever got a perfect Magic Hat bottle.
I kind of like it though, because it makes me think they're doing it by hand.
Yeah.
Which
gives
is
it-
kind of interesting. And it goes with the whole idea, because if you look at this front of this bottle, it almost looks like a whirlpool drawn in like an old school map. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it'd be like Norway, and there'd be a giant whirlpool with like this style.
I
And
got
then there'd
you.
be like a sea monster off to the left.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep, I got you
Yeah,
now.
which is kind of cool. It's kind of
Yeah.
almost fitting to the shitty label.
Yeah.
So.
Just a shitty design for a shitty label.
Exactly. But you ready to crack it on open?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'll let you crack first.
I never get to crack first.
That's what I'm
well,
saying.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, you get the first crack.
The inaugural crack.
And for the record, their labels remain to be, or not their labels, their bottle caps remain to be some of the coolest in the business.
Oh man.
Oh, shit.
Oh man.
That is not the color I expected.
No. It's like a. Oh man, that is some impressive head on this IPA though. My goodness. I don't know how you managed to do that so well.
I'm getting really good at the pours.
I'm not. I'm
I'm
getting
gonna be
worse
honest
as
here.
this goes on. Come on, don't spill, don't spill, don't spill.
Yeah, you're pouring a little bit too aggressively.
But mine go out slower though.
There's a giant bubble inside my bottle.
Center that.
Oh, middle that. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
middle that.
Gosh, I didn't realize you were adding yours to the shelf,
Okay.
but that does make sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
So-
add it. We'll add it later. But
Got a 2-finger head going here.
Yep.
2-finger head.
That's pretty quality.
It's not bad. It's a thin one though. I could tell it's not gonna last. There's a lot of large bubbles in that head.
I would go to show you some velveting, but I'd spill my beer.
Let's see if I can get it going. Ooh, I'm getting no velveting yet.
It kind of just pulls off the side, yeah.
Yeah, it's staying together cohesively.
All right,
It's
what
like
about
a big,
that color?
big thing. The color's nice.
It's-
That's it. That's an amber.
It's pretty.
It's very pretty. That's a very good looking beer. It reminds me almost like a Yingling. You know
Never
what I'm
seen a
saying?
Yingling in a glass.
We need to do Yingling.
Yeah, that's
It's one of those ones we need on the list.
Yeah, but no, you know what? I could see a mosquito being solidified in this in Jurassic Park form.
I definitely could see that as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, that's definitely fitting. I like honey.
Yeah.
Almost the color of honey.
You know what?
Um,
As I was pouring this though, it poured thicker than I thought it would.
poured thicker.
I don't know if that makes sense, but it poured and I almost was looking at it and I'm like, wow, that's really dark. Like,
I'm interested to see the thickness. We haven't had a thick IPA. IPA
Yeah.
is usually very watery.
yeah, they're usually on the
Very
thinner side.
watery. Yeah.
But all right, smell.
Yeah, let's give it a smell.
Smelly smell.
Fresh, piney.
Yeah, it smells like it's a fairly standard IPA smell.
A lot of hop.
Yeah.
A lot of hop in there. A little bit of citrus, a little bit of pine, but those are both standard like hoppy flavors.
Yeah.
Not hoppy smells. You know, you get a lot of hops,
Yeah, I agree.
which
honestly.
you should.
Yeah.
In an IPA, that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
IPA loves hops. They love them.
Oh, that's how they get their flavor.
Yeah, well, that's how they made it to India.
Oh, yeah.
That's where IPAs come from.
That's right,
They
Indian
used to ship
Pale
it
Ale.
from India. Well, to India, and the only way to survive was to load it with hops, and then it would survive the trip.
Yeah.
Because hops are somehow resilient in some way.
Darn those hops.
Darn those darn hops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you ready to give it a sip?
Let's do it. As IPAs go, not very bitter,
No. No.
which I like. I'm okay with this.
It does feel significantly more bitter than the pills, though.
Yeah.
And with just an increase of like 3 IBUs.
I thought that
But
was
yes,
a 40, but I thought the pills was around like a 40-ish.
I could check. You want to check it?
Just do a peek real fast so we're not misleading the viewers.
Pills was 45.
It's 45. Okay, so
and
you were
the
dead
Pope
on.
was 37.
Oh.
Yeah, pills was 45. So an increase of 5 IBUs
Yeah.
makes a big difference.
And this is significantly more bitter than Circus Boy, another one by Magic Hat.
Yeah, but that
because
was like 28.
It was 13.
It was 13?
It was
Okay.
13, I
well,
believe.
that's understandable, the difference.
That's why it's my favorite, because it's
Oh.
so easy to drink and it doesn't hurt.
But, weirdly enough, in this one, the bitterness doesn't really affect the drinkability,
No.
which is interesting.
No, it does not.
What we've seen in other IPAs, like the Tangerine Express, is that the bitterness usually comes in such a strong wave all at once
Mm-hmm.
that it essentially makes it unpleasant for like certain parts of the sip. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is like, it's a consistent bitterness throughout the whole tongue.
But it's smooth.
It's very smooth, yeah.
Smooth bitterness.
It's a smooth bitterness. I don't mind it.
No, not at all.
It's weird.
Like-
usually there would be a negative in an IPA.
Again, we were right to have faith in this brewing company.
Yeah, Magic Hat does some weird stuff, man.
They're doing everything so well.
They're making good beers.
They make
good beers.
quality beer, for sure.
The mouthfeel is fantastic. The flavor is fantastic.
And it doesn't coat your mouth at
It
all.
doesn't coat your mouth.
No.
And it is as thin as I expected.
Yeah.
To be fair as well. It wasn't as thick as I thought.
I would say it's still a little thicker than a.
I would say it's
Than a
much
standard.
thicker than a standard IPA.
Yeah, but it poured it.
I'd say it's almost as thick as like Heart of Darkness at that level.
It's probably
'Cause Heart of Darkness was a very thin stout.
actually you're right because it let a lot of light through.
Yeah.
When we did the held out
Exactly.
the light.
Yeah, it was a dark color. But
Uh,
as far as like how viscous it was,
yeah.
viscosity
See,
level.
Actually, you know, you're really right because the only place this is the same way. The only place you're getting the light through it is right where the bottom of the glass curves.
You get it at the divot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit of light shines through,
But not much.
but not much. It's
Yeah.
like a Almost like a frosted shower curtain.
That's really pretty though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no question this is a good looking beer.
It's pretty.
This is a very good looking beer.
It's a good tasting beer too.
It is a good tasting beer.
It's a good tasting beer.
Now the taste kind of goes with Magic Hat's style of simple but well done. Do you know what I mean? Simple but well done. There's not a lot of complexity here, but there's not a lot of negatives either. Because the more complex you get, the more negatives you introduce.
Yeah.
You know? This seems like a very pure version of an IPA.
I don't know about the well balanced thing because there's not a lot to balance out.
It's true.
Yeah, so I don't know, but it's a good IPA.
It's balanced, but it feels like it didn't really try to.
Yeah,
do a
they
lot.
didn't have to balance anything because they just they got rid of some bitterness and then they made it taste better and it's just.
Yeah, because there's very little bitter and then there's a little bit of malty.
Yeah.
You know, so there's like a sweetness that balances out the bitter, but there's really not a lot of either.
Yeah.
So it's hard. Like, I mean, I guess it is kind of true that it's well balanced.
Oh yeah.
But
it doesn't seem like it took that much effort to get it there.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a weird. Because I guess the fact is technically true that it's well balanced.
Yeah.
But saying that it makes it seem like it'd be a different kind of beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, to be fair, if I blind tasted this beer, I don't even think I'd be able to tell it's an IPA.
No.
This is much more of like a I don't know what it would be, but we've never had a beer quite like this.
Where would this? This isn't an ale. What would this be?
Well, it's an IPA, so
well,
it's an India Pale Ale.
Yeah, but like, I can't think of
because I've never had a brown ale, so I don't know what brown ales taste like.
Yeah.
I haven't had a lot of things from the ale family. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? It's like this is like a light stout, in my mind, taste wise.
Light stout?
Because like, some stouts have that really heavy metallic taste, like burnt metal taste, but some don't, and you just get a hint of it. Like,
you do get a hint of the metallic in this beer.
Yeah, just a little bit
at the beginning,
but
then it goes away quick.
Yeah. That's why maybe it was brewed. Maybe they mixed the brewing techniques of stout and an IPA just to kind of play with things, and or maybe chucked a lot more hops in the mix with the. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't make beer, but just straight up, this is not something I would normally consider to be an IPA.
No, not at all.
This is a very different drinking and tasting experience than a standard IPA would be, which is a good thing.
And I am happy to announce that we have 2 more of these left.
Yes, they're quite good. Because IPAs in general tend to go way too hard with the hops. Way too hard with the bitterness.
And it's just...
And
like our Tangerine Express. Oh, that was rough.
Yeah, it was okay, but it was
rough.
Too much. Weirdly enough, we haven't done many IPAs on the show.
No.
Now, I feel like we have.
But looking back, I think we're avoiding them intentionally, subconsciously.
I'm looking right now. I think we have one. I think this is the second IPA on the show.
Yeah, no, because we had... What about that Dort blender?
No, that's a Dort. It's a lager.
That's a Dort, okay. No, that's actually it.
Only one IPA, so I guess we'll have to have more IPAs on the show. Now that I think about it, maybe we've just had one terrible IPA and we've judged the whole genre of IPAs.
Yo, but now we know.
This is a very good IPA. This is very good. Well, you ready to give some numbers?
Some numbers. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So color. What are we doing color-wise on this? I gotta write it down.
Did we always give it a score for color?
Well, look.
Oh, okay, that's why I'm confused.
I'm just calling it color. Because realistically, that's what
throwing me off, bro.
I'm sorry.
Throwing me off.
Look. We're looking at look.
Okay, it's a pretty beer. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Just going straight at it. I love the color.
I agree. It's a pretty beer. It's a 7 for me. Not
7?
Quite an 8.
Still, though, it's a good-looking beer, man.
It's a good-looking beer. There's no question about it. It looks good in a glass. If I was at a bar and this got sent down to me, I'd be very happy about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No question. It looks nice.
All right.
Moving on. How do you like the head?
The head?
What are we doing head?
It was pretty good. It's leaving some velveting. It's
is.
still there.
It's still there.
It was thick off the bat and it thinned down, but it's hanging in there. So I'm gonna say a 6.
It's a 6 for me too.
A 6 out of 10.
A 6 out of 10, easy.
It was a valiant effort. It wasn't quite there.
It wasn't anything exceptional,
it was a valiant
but it was
effort,
above average.
Yeah.
Smell.
It's just average. It's like it's not pretty bad. I'm gonna give it a 5 on the smell.
I'm going 5 too.
Yeah, because it's not offensive, but it's also not remarkable.
I completely agree.
Yeah, it's very middle of the road.
Middle of the road, straight 5, easy.
I feel like this is what a stout, like a standard stout smells like.
Very similar. It's like a stouty, and then you got your standard, your IPA, your very hoppy smell, your citrus.
I meant IPA. Is what I meant.
Well, for stout, I feel like you get the really understated smell. Stouts do not smell.
No,
they're very
they do
non-smelling. And this is not a very smelly beer. When you smell it, you smell a little bit of pine, a little bit of citrus. That's about it.
That's really it.
You know, it's just, it is what it is. So feel, how we doing mouth feel?
As IPAs go, this is a wonderful mouthfeel.
It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful.
Even though we don't have a lot to go off, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10.
I'm going 8 too.
8 out of 10.
I'm going 8. It's a little more bitter than I would like on the back of the tongue. But barely.
See, yeah.
Barely. Like, there's very little negative here.
Very minuscule.
Very smooth. Very easy to drink.
It's quite good. Really is.
It's very good. Taste. What did you taste?
Taste? That's an 8 too.
Taste is an 8. Taste is an 8 for me as well.
Yeah, like it's, especially going off what we have experience-wise with IPAs, 8.
Yes. For me, all beers, this is an 8. If this was compared just to IPAs, this would be like a 9.
Oh yeah.
This would be.
Oh yeah.
Because I've only had one on the show, but I've had multiple IPAs in the past.
Oh yeah.
And this is one of the best tasting I've ever had. No question.
Oh yeah.
So
it's delicious. IPA wise.
Now, where would you drink?
Where would I drink this? Must stroke the goatee to think about this. I don't know. I have trouble with this segment. I always do. Because I feel like you can justify drinking a tasty beer anywhere.
Yes.
It's easier to justify when they're not good.
Well, realistically, it's kind of a silly segment.
It is.
It doesn't count for anything.
No, it doesn't matter.
It also, it doesn't. For me, where I would drink this beer would be with other people who think IPAs are so awesome.
Yes.
This is a great beer to show people who are like IPA elitists.
Yeah.
Who I very much dislike. that style of boo should be bitter, bro. I don't like those guys. I'm not a fan of being one of those guys.
But if you gotta fit in and drink an IPA with those guys,
drink an IPA. This is the one to do it.
It's really low on the bitterness.
Exactly. It's nice.
Okay. I'll agree with you there. It's easier to place a beer when it's bad because then you kind of have to. Then you're like, oh, that's the only place I can drink it. But I could drink this anywhere.
I could drink this pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
One thing I have to bring up, just like all the other Magic heads, this is like a beginner's IPA.
Oh, yeah, they're all...
This is like an IPA with training wheels.
Yes.
So, which is a good thing, because it makes a good beer. But, if you want to get into really complicated IPAs, where there's, a lot of negatives, but a lot of really good parts that kind of outweigh those negatives, and you want to dip your toes in the water of IPAs, this is a great first step.
Yes, it is.
This is great if you like your macros and you want to see what's up with IPAs. Give this a shot. You'll probably like it.
Oh, yeah.
If you're used to drinking Yingling or Miller, you'll probably like it.
Well, yeah.
I feel like this isn't a radical departure.
No, not really.
It would be a radical departure from a Bud or a Coors.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
When you're talking Miller and Yingling.
Oh yeah.
Those are more in this style.
Because they're more flavorful.
They're more flavorful. They have more bitterness in them.
But not crazy amounts either.
So there's a roadmap there. If you're a Bud Light drinker, drink some Miller Lite. And then once you like that, transition over, drink some of this.
Yeah.
And then, jump right in and go get
If you really like this and you're searching for more of the bitterness, jump to something like Stone's Tangerine Express over there.
Exactly.
And you'll love that bitter. But
yeah, but if you are a big IPA drinker and you love the bitterness, because some people do.
Yeah.
Some people thrive on the bitter. And if that's your thing, this beer will not be your thing.
No. I mean, but you might still enjoy it. It still has a lot to offer. Other than the bitterness flavor-wise, but it just...
It does. If you really like that aspect of beers, which some people do. If you really like that bitterness aspect, that super hoppiness, this IPA, you probably won't even consider this an IPA.
No.
It just won't do it for you, and there's no question about that.
All right. Well, that wraps that up.
Yes. The word. We need the word review.
Word review.
That's it.
A good beer.
It's a good beer. I'd say it's very good.
You like very good?
I think it's very good.
I'm gonna go good on this, just because I'm still not sold on the whole IPA thing. The Indian Pale Ale stuff. We don't have a lot of experience, so I can't really talk, but I'm good on this.
Yeah, for me, just drinking this, just completely isolated from everything else, this glass, I like it. It's really good. I think it's really good. So.
Well, that wraps it up for Blind Faith.
It does.
Yeah.
Our faith paid off.
Faith, yeah, indeed it did.
It did.
All right, so if you liked the content, leave a like.
If you liked it a lot, do a subscribe.
Yeah, if you really liked it.
Like, you liked it so much. Like, a lot so
like
much.
A lot.
A lot.
Smash that bell.
Smash it. Break the bell.
So you'll never miss an episode.
Yep, exactly.
Every
We'll
Tuesday,
you.
Thursday. Yep.
Yes.
See you guys next time.
Later. Here are the scores for today's beer. Here's how it stacked up against other beers we've reviewed.